In this tutorial, we're going to show you how to compile programs using the CS2400 virtual machine. Log into the Moodle and go to the CS2400 website. Go to the recitation exercises for the second week, the recitation plan, and download the fib.c program. That program is actually packaged as a zip file. Open it with the archive manager, and then extract it to your desktop. You can extract it to anywhere, but in this example we use the desktop. File's now been extracted. We can then close the archive manager or open a browser onto the desktop. If we double click on that file, it'll come up in the Genie program editor. So this is a C program IDE that colorizes the program and gives you navigation mechanisms. We're not going to be doing that much C development here, but this is a reasonable editor to use if you're not familiar with other Unix editors like Vim or Emacs. We can also compile the program in here, and that's what just happened, and execute it. In this case, it's asking us for input, and when you give the input, the window goes immediately away. That's not a useful interaction for this particular program, which is a Fibonacci program. So what we're going to do is show you how to run that same program from a terminal or command line. First we're going to clean up some of the windows and make some space. And then we're going to go up to the icon at the top of the menu bar that is a terminal. The ls command gives us a listing of files. cd changes directories, so that gets to the desktop. Now we see our fib.c program. The less program, less, will show you the contents of a file. So less fib.c, it just shows us what's in the Fibonacci.c program. Now we can compile that program. So there's all of our stuff. We're going to do GCC, the -o flag, lowercase o, specifies where the output should go. In this case, we're going to have the fib program be where the executable is. The -g flag specifies that we should include debugging information, and then the .c indicates what the source is. Now we could run the fib program by using /fib and entering in numbers. The reason we use / is that there's this notion of a search path, and by default the search path does not look in the current directory. So this is how it how the computer figures out where your programs are. So if we just enter fib at this point without the /, it's going to look in this default search path, and that doesn't include the current directory. So it would then tell us, oh, your program doesn't exist or is unable to be run. So we have to do /fib to get it to run. Dot refers to the current directory. And that's more or less compiling. Now we can also specify not using debugging information, so we just drop out a flag, for example, like -g. There are a number of different arguments that we can give to GCC, but these are the most common ones, is -o, at least for single file programs, -o, and then -g for debugging information. We'll have a more sophisticated tutorial later on for more sophisticated tasks.